Monday. We're going with a new video series called Hump Day Hype. And today's Wednesday because I figured, the beginning of the week is, well, it's the beginning of the week. And sometimes it's hard to make it all the way through the work week without some sort of pick me up, I guess would be the word I use. Well, that's just words for the one. Anyways, I was doing Hump Day Hype. So, like, you'll have Monday, maybe some weeks I'll do both, maybe some days I'll do one. I'll do Monday motivation and Hump Day Hype, just to give you a little bit of more of a boost to keep going through the week. Keep going, it's going to be just every day will be a video, but that's a little tough to do with my music schedule and all that. This week, the reason I didn't do motivation Monday, Monday motivation, forget what my own thing is called, was that was the day we laid my grandmother to rest. And that was a rough day. We've had a rough, we've had a rough few weeks, and it's just gonna continue to be rough. But don't let that stop me because I'll just say if I just wallowed in all that sadness and because we were very close, but she would probably come back and kick my ass. So I think I'm just gonna use this hour to boost myself a bit, kind of make me realize that time here is always fleeting. You can't put things off and just, I'll do it tomorrow because you might not have it tomorrow. That's basically what I'm talking about today. I don't want to be gloomy. I'm going to use this as a way to motivate, to hype you up. Do this the Hump Day Hype. Anyways. Yeah, what I'm saying is death is a thing that we can't escape. It's one of the very few things in life that it just happens. I mean, the funeral business is booming. Guess when there's a pandemic, they're probably like, all right, we'll make some more money now because, I mean, I see the price list for the funeral home that we used for my grandmother, and some of the lists, like they had a casket upwards of $17,000. $17,000 for a little bit of wood and like a lining. Really? Come on. I know you paint the outside and all that. Maybe some metal, and then I forget how much a vault costs. But the vault is a pointless thing. I don't think you're going to see thousands of people out there digging up graves to steal jewelry and stuff. And I don't think the person in the casket is going to be getting out. I mean, this isn't Walking Dead. Anything like that. I mean, we've seen some weird shit over the last 2 years, but that's a little bit of a stretch. So that is pointless, and the expense is crazy. And then I found out that the funeral actually outsourced videos and things for these videos and services, and I'm thinking, what do they charge? Because, like, the funeral was charging a lot for it. $200 some for to do the obituary? What? Makes no sense. Okay, now I'm sidetracked. I'm trying to roll back into what I was saying. Life is fleeting. You went for routine surgery. Routine, like, they're like, oh, you'll be alright, it's all good. You might not come out. Or you could get a pretty heavy surgery and try to recover, not be able to keep anything down, and get shuffled back and forth to the hospital because, yeah, it's just, they don't care. And it's my grandmother, she would go to the hospital because she was dizzy and they do blood work. potassium level dropped. So they'd put it back up, and guess what? They'd send her home. And in the meantime, after she had surgery, and then she had a surgery to fix a hiatal hernia in her esophagus, and a lot of it was 60% of her stomach was like up in there. So they did that. They actually had to do a gastric bypass to fix the damage they did trying to get it. Well, the damage that was already done to the stomach and the esophagus. So then she was recovering. And pretty common thing to do with those kind of surgeries, they had to put an endoscope down to wind it up a bit to so things would go down better. So they did that on the first one. Then she kept complaining about her foot hurting. Well, there was no real marks on her foot. And I hadn't seen her foot. It didn't look. And my mom said to her, I hope you're not getting a blood clot. Well, needless to say, they didn't check like they should have. And the blood clot went to her lung. And it made her heart stop. And that was what happened. So she's no longer with us because, well, let's just say that hospital are full of fucking idiots. But anyways, it's just sad that we tend to just deal with that. And yeah, but that reminds me that like you can't just put things off. Like today, I'm just running at it full speed, trying to get ready to promote my hip hop album, SVP. I've actually tried to build a Facebook page for Kick Dilly. Trying to get some likes on there, and it's easier to share and promote and all that with all the other stuff. And that comes out September 27th. Let me check it out. I hope to actually have a second album before the end of the year. I know it's a pretty big undertaking because the other one took me 3 months to do, so I guess I had time. But I have a million other projects to do too, so yeah, I guess that's what I want to talk about today is don't put things off that you can do today because you might not have tomorrow. And I mean, the way things are in this world nowadays with everything going on, it's even more pertinent to really, really don't put things off. So that's all I wanted to say. I'll be tuned in next week for Positive Monday Motivation. I'm going to try to. I don't foresee a reason why I won't. So maybe next week will be the first week you get both Monday Motivation and the Hump Day Hype. I hope my words radiate with you a bit. And like I said, I hope you tune in next week, hopefully Monday. I have to maybe I'm going to post about this on my Facebook page, but sometimes I get a little lax with things like that. You know? Alright, I'm going to bid you farewell and say much love and peace to you. Later.